All right, so now we're going to get into battery cell types. This is going to be the longest leg of this particular video. I'm going to give you just a little bit of the history of each battery cell type and some of its limitations and maybe why it was phased out and a different type was phased in. This is just kind of a good overall working knowledge that I believe anybody in the PEV sphere should have. Battery cell types and applications. There are several common battery cell types used in PEVs, and let's explore some of them. Lithium ion, of course, everybody's favorite. Li-ion batteries were first introduced in the 1970s and became commercially available in the 1990s. So it took 20 years of development to get them to where they were actually useful for humans, if you want to think of it that way. Common applications which use Li-ion batteries. Smartphones, laptops, tablets, and EVs, right? And some anecdotal information here for you. Li-ion batteries offer high energy density, longer lifespan, and faster charging times compared to other battery types. However, they can be more expensive. NiMH, or nickel metal hydride batteries. Nickel metal hydride batteries were developed in the 1980s as an improvement over NiCad, or nickel cadmium batteries. Common applications. NiMH are commonly used in digital cameras, toys, hybrid electric vehicles. Some anecdotal information. NiMH have a higher energy density than NiCad and are more environmentally friendly. However, they have a lower energy density when compared to Li-ion batteries. Lead acid batteries, yield classic, right? Everybody should be familiar with these. Lead acid batteries have been in use since the 1850s, and they are one of the oldest types of rechargeable batteries. Common applications. Lead acid batteries are used in automotive vehicles, UPS power supplies, that's uninterrupted power supply, and off-grid solar systems. Hats off to you guys. You guys are awesome. Lead acid batteries are relatively inexpensive, but they have a lower energy density and a shorter lifespan when compared to Li-ion batteries. Solid state batteries. Now we're starting to get into some of the future. Solid state batteries are a newer technology that is still in the development and commercialization phase. Toyota, I'm looking at you. For those who didn't know, Toyota is on the bleeding edge of this technology. Check them out, search out their technology on your own. Some pretty fascinating stuff that I'm not even going to attempt to explain because I don't even fully understand it, just being real. Solid state batteries have the potential for use in EV, smartphones, and wearable devices. Solid state batteries offer theoretical advantages because there's not very many of them out there. So this is theory at this point, or anecdotal information. Solid state batteries offer advantages such as higher energy density, faster charging, and improved safety to traditional lithium-ion batteries. However, they are significantly more expensive to produce. I'm also going to be going into a future video where I'm going to discuss how lithium batteries are just now finally getting to the point where they can be recycled and reused. That is an interesting rabbit hole all by itself. We're going to continue on with this one. These are just a few examples of the battery cell types used in different devices. Each type has its own advantages and limitations, and the choice of battery depends on the specific application requirement. Lithium polymer, or LiPo. LiPo batteries gained popularity in the very early 2000s as a lightweight, flexible alternative to traditional lithium-ion batteries. Common applications: drones, remote-controlled vehicles, and portable electronic devices. LiPo batteries offer a very high energy density, a lightweight design, flexibility in shape. However, they require particular care during charging and can be more prone to swelling or even catching fire if mishandled. So, for those of you guys who have owned a mobile device with a removable battery pack, at some point your battery pack has swollen. And sometimes it'll pop the back of your phone off, right? That is what they're talking about. That's what I'm talking about here. Basically what happens is your battery has tried to vent, and it was thankfully contained, but now it's ballooned out. If you've ever used a data puck as an internet source and you've just left it constantly plugged in, you've probably experienced this a couple of times. If not, go check your damn data puck at home, because if you leave that thing charged in, I'm telling you right now, you're going to want to swap that battery out, because that literally is a fireball waiting to happen. Zinc carbon batteries. Zinc carbon batteries have been in use since the 19th century and are one of the earliest forms of dry cell batteries. I hope I don't have to explain what a dry cell battery is, but if you guys want to know, then when I produce one of my future videos on batteries, drop a little like and comment down below, and I'll expand on that topic for you. I'll be more than happy to do so. Common applications of zinc carbon batteries are Low power devices such as flashlights, remote controls, and clocks. Ever-ready batteries were very famously zinc carbon batteries for a very long time. Zinc carbon batteries are cheap and they're readily available, but they have a lower energy density and a very short lifespan compared to other battery types. This is not something I would hope people would use in a PEV, but hey, we're covering it because I think it's cool. Sodium batteries. Now we're gonna get into some of the weirder stuff. Sodium ion batteries are a newer technology that has gained attention as a potential alternative to lithium ion batteries. Common applications. This is still something that's kind of bleeding edge. So applications for it are still in development, but I'm just going to give you a couple. Sodium ion batteries are being explored for use in large-scale energy storage systems and renewable energy applications. So for example, if you have a power wall at home and you're running, off-grid electricity, you've got your solar panels, that would be a pretty good application for this when it becomes more commercially available. Sodium ion batteries have the advantage of using more abundant and less expensive materials compared to lithium batteries. However, they're still in the research and development phase, and they do have a lower energy density and cycling capability. So for right now, it's all pretty theoretical. Now we're going to talk about lithium iron phosphate or LiFePO battery. These are a good choice. LiFePO or lithium iron phosphate batteries. They emerged in the early 1990s and gained attention for their high thermal stability and long cycle life. Applications for LiFePO batteries are commonly used in electric vehicles, solar energy storage systems, and uninterruptible power supplies. LiFePO batteries offer a higher thermal stability, longer lifespan, and improved safety compared to lithium chemistries. However, there's always a catch, right? They have a lower energy density. Does that mean that it's a bad choice for a PEV? Absolutely not. This is a very good choice, especially if you are overly paranoid about building a battery at home or storing a battery at home. This, in my opinion, would be a very, very good choice for batteries. The classics. NiCad batteries or nickel cadmium. Nickel cadmium batteries were one of the first rechargeable battery technologies introduced in the late 19th century. Common applications: portable electronics, power tools, early cordless phone. I mean, they were everywhere at one point. Hell, I had NiCad batteries for my Game Boy way back in the day when it just had a black and white screen. Yes, I'm old. NiCad batteries have a higher energy density and a longer lifespan compared to lead acid batteries. However, they suffer from the memory effect. And they also contain cadmium, which is fairly tough. So, there's that. What is the memory effect? Okay, as you use the battery and you cycle the battery, if you constantly keep it recharged, the battery forms a chemical memory and you start to lose effectiveness. Now, if you do have NiCad batteries, you want to charge them all the way to full, and then you want to discharge them and then keep recharging them that way. If you recharge the thing at 50% constantly, it's going to have a much shorter lifespan. That's just what it is. You can Google battery life memory. There's way more information out there than I unfortunately have time to deal with in this particular video. But if you guys want me to go down that rabbit hole, drop a little comment down below. I'll be more than happy to do that just for you guys. Lithium titanate or Li4Ti5O12 batteries. Lithium titanate batteries were developed in the early 2000s as alternatives to traditional lithium-ion batteries. Common applications: lithium titanate batteries are commonly used in electric buses, energy storage systems, and fast charging applications. Lithium titanate batteries offer fast charging, long cycle life, and excellent safety. However, they have less energy density compared to other lithium chemistries. As you can see, each battery cell type has its own advantages, limitations, and specific use cases. It's important to consider these factors such as energy density, lifespan, cost, and safety to choose the most suitable battery for your particular application. Me personally, I like the LiFePO. To give you a little kind of a primer for some of the other batteries that are out there. New battery technologies. As technology advances, researchers and engineers are constantly exploring new battery technologies to improve energy storage. Here's a few examples of some of the emerging technologies. This is the bleeding edge, right? Solid state batteries. Solid state batteries were to replace liquid or gel electrolyte found in traditional lithium ion batteries with a solid electrolyte. What that means is if you were to cut the battery open, you wouldn't have a liquid in there like you would with a lithium-ion battery. This means that you're going to have a theoretically more temperature stable, energy stable, and life cycle stable battery. And this would also mean that it would be much more reusable with our current technology. So you could recycle these. These batteries, I think, are going to be the way to go at the end of the day. Advantages of solid state batteries: higher energy density, increased safety, longer lifespan, and they also have a potential for faster charging. Solid state batteries are still in the developmental stage. However, they hold the promise for various applications, including electric vehicles and portable electronics, PEVs, etc. Lithium sulfur battery. Lithium sulfur batteries use sulfur as the cathode material and lithium as the anode material. Positive and your negative, for those of you who are unfamiliar. Advantages. Lithium sulfur batteries have a high theoretical energy density, which means they can store more energy in the same volume. They are more environmentally friendly and cost effective compared to lithium batteries. Because as lithium batteries become more and more widespread, the question that nobody seems to be asking is, what happens when we use all the fucking lithium? It's a finite resource. We have to look at alternatives. Okay? Just something to consider. They're still working on how to actually recycle the currently existing massive stockpiles of old lithium batteries. It is what it is. Hopefully we'll get there sooner rather than later. Lithium sulfur batteries are being researched extensively to overcome challenges such as sulfur dissolution and the formation of lithium dendrites, which can affect their performance and lifespan. I'm not going to break that down any further, but if you would like me to do a whole episode on lithium sulfur batteries and solid state batteries, drop me a little comment down below. I'll be happy to do that for you. Like I said, this is just your introduction. This is what opens that door in your mind and leads you to go down your research rabbit hole, make your choice, build your battery pack, and fucking rock out. Additional considerations for battery storage. There's a couple of these that are pretty fucking crucial that I feel a lot of people don't know. When it comes to storing batteries, there are a few important considerations to keep in mind. Temperature. This should be a no-brainer, but just in case, batteries should be stored in a cool and dry environment to prevent degradation and prolong their life. Extreme temperatures, both hot and cold, can negatively impact battery performance and may even cause permanent damage. State of charge. It is recommended to store batteries at a partial state of charge, typically around 40 to 60%. Storing batteries at full charge or completely empty for extended periods can lead to capacity loss. This means your battery doesn't put out as much go juice for as long as it used to. In other words, if you're gonna park this thing for like a month or two, run it down. I have done in the past is I've actually put a brick under my board, set the cruise control, and just let the battery run down. That's when I couldn't actually just take it out and ride it. I've done this several times. I recommend that you guys do this as well. Canada, I'm looking at you. European Union, I'm looking at you. Anywhere in New York, anywhere up north in the United States, anywhere that it gets cold and snowy and nasty, and you know that you're going to put your PEV up for the year, that's where you should look at doing that. Bust that thing out once every couple weeks, check the charge. It needs a little bit to get back up to 60%. Put a little charge in it, man. Get it back up to where it needs to be, put it back in the closet, continue on, and you will have a fully functional, very healthy battery pack for your spring riding season. That is what this is all about. Getting you out and keeping you out while you ride. If storing the batteries for a really long time, in other words, winter, right? 3, 4, 5 months, 6 months or more, make sure you check the state of the charge periodically and recharge it, because even though you left that thing at 60%, doesn't mean it's gonna stay at 60%, even if you don't even turn it on. This happens, this is normal, there's nothing you can do about it. Urban legends and misconceptions. There are several urban legends and misconceptions surrounding batteries. Go ahead and debunk some of them. The memory effect. The memory effect is often associated with older nickel-cadmium batteries, and it's true. It refers to the decrease in battery capacity when it is repeatedly charged without being fully discharged. Back to my comments I made earlier in the video. Most modern rechargeable batteries, such as lithium, do not have a memory effect. They can be charged at any time without affecting their overall capacity. If you're like me and you're a dinosaur and you grew up in the nickel metal cadmium battery age, you got to put this in your mind. Lithium batteries are different. This is one of the major advantages of lithium batteries compared to nickel cadmium. Overcharging. It is commonly believed that leaving batteries plugged in or overcharging them can cause damage or reduce their lifespan. Modern battery chargers, and I'm gonna throw this out there as a caveat. A lot of us are buying our boards from the Chinese market, and they're not always known for their optimal safety. You're buying from somebody like X-Way or B1 or Acetec, even MePo, they tend to take safety very seriously, and thus they have safer chargers compared to many of the AliExpress options that people have chosen in the past. We don't kink shame here. If that was you, maybe you should look at getting a more advanced or a better charger. Throwing it out there, right? Modern battery chargers and devices are designed with built-in safeguards to prevent overcharging. Your BMS is a very crucial component of that, as I mentioned in the BMS section. Once a battery reaches full charge, the charging process stops or switches to a trickle charge. Not every manufacturer has incorporated this, and in fact, it's actually rarer than you think it is. I can tell you very surely that the B1 board, I had the B1 Hercules, it absolutely had that feature. It would also balance the cells. Very nice charger. My Acetec one did the same. Freezing a battery. Remember when I mentioned environmental conditions? Some people believe that freezing a battery can restore its performance or extend its lifespan. Don't do this. Don't do this. We're not in the 1990s. You're not trying to bring life back into your Game Boy for an extra 5 minutes. Just don't. Especially don't do this with lithium batteries. My God. Freezing a battery is not recommended as it can cause irreversible damage to the battery's internal structure and component. Batteries should be stored at a cool temperature, but not frozen. Future Technologies Conclusion and Resource Pages. Yeah, I know, I read the title. I don't care. Future battery technologies. The field of battery technology is constantly evolving, and researchers are exploring various avenues for future advancements. Some areas of focus include lithium air batteries. These are freaking cool. Lithium air batteries have the potential for extremely high energy density as they use oxygen from the air as a cathode material. However, there are significant technical challenges to overcome, such as controlling reactions with oxygen and preventing degradation of the lithium anode. These are probably not going to be on a shelf tomorrow. Sodium ion batteries, which I think are really cool. Sodium ion batteries are being explored as an alternative to lithium batteries, as sodium is more abundant and less expensive. They're still working on a commercially viable alternative. So this is just in the research stage right now, okay? Batteries are an integral part of our modern lives. They power our portable electronics, electric vehicles, and renewable energy storage systems. As technology advances, we can expect to see improvements in battery capacity, charging speed, and safety. It is important to consider safety guidelines, follow the proper steps and storage practices, and stay informed about the latest developments in battery technology. Hopefully you guys have gotten some good info out of this video. If you have, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. Tell me what I can improve. And tell me what you would like to see next, because this channel is all about you guys, while minimizing the environmental impact. Guys, especially on the environmental impact, that is a serious thing, especially with these lithium batteries. Lithium is, it's some pretty reactive stuff, and it's something that you just don't want out in the wild, especially in your water systems, especially if you've ever seen lithium and water react. It's quite spectacular. Don't recommend it, but here we are. Some resources, so you can continue this yourself. Batteryuniversity.com is actually a very good website. A lot of good information about the different types, different applications, new technology, old technology, everything you ever wanted to know about batteries. You can find a great deal of that information there. U.S. Department of Energy, energy storage. That's energy.gov/energy storage. These resources offer in-depth information on technology, safety guidelines, and industry standards. Please note that the provided information is a summary, and for comprehensive details, it is advisable to refer to the respective resources. So we've reached the end of this segment on different types of batteries. If you guys are liking this, we're gonna make some more of these videos. I'm gonna be going down the rabbit hole and deep diving some of these different battery technologies, such as the sodium ion and solid state batteries, in future episodes. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your comments. Maybe you have some questions that this video didn't answer. I'll be more than happy to provide you with any answers that I can find. All right, we're one team, we're one community, right? I believe that if you are that person who is out there purchasing your first electric skateboard, you should know everything about it. I believe that you should be able to take your board apart, take a look at it, and know what the major components are, how they affect one another, and how they operate, so that you can make an informed technical decision if, God forbid, one of them happens to break. And lastly, I want to give a little bit of credit to Aria. If you guys aren't using Opera browser, you really should be. Aria is an AI assistant developed by Opera and uses OpenAI and ChatGPT models. It's a very useful tool when you're doing stuff like this, just to take your raw thoughts and put it into a little bit more of an organized format. Me personally, I have ADD like a motherfucker, so tools like this really help me. Hopefully y'all are enjoying this. Down also in the comments, I'm gonna go ahead and leave my With Koji page. All of my affiliate links are there. They help support the channel. They don't cost you any extra money. I've got a merch store where you can pick up some pretty dope shirt. And you know, if nothing else, hit like, maybe consider giving me a subscribe. Leave me a comment, tell me how I'm doing. What would you like to see more of? What would you like to know more? I'm here for you. I'll see you in the next one. Holla.